Hi everyone, my name is Kyle. I'm here with Makers Mercantile to talk with you about all the things in today's newsletter. So it is Friday, it's September 30th, 2022, and we're going to dive right in with the Hearthstone Cowl. So that is this little cowl right here. It's going to come in a couple different colorways. I'm going to show you that and talk about the yarn in just a second, but I wanted you to get a look at what it looked like. It has sort of a little bit of a tile pattern. It was inspired by the tile work that goes around by the fireplace, which is pretty cool. And the yarn itself, if you get close, you can kind of see there's these little hints of silver metallic thread that's built into one of these yarns. So let me show you the 4 different colorways that you can have, the 4 different options, at least while they're around, right? So there's 4, the first one is the one that I just showed you, the original, or the sample was made in. It's called Cherished. So Cherished uses Silver Star by Shulana. So this is what it looks like. And the yarn itself is, it's 63% alpaca, it's 32% nylon, and 5% polyester. And the polyester is those little metallic bits. This is a chainette construction, so it's a little knitted chain of the alpaca. And the nylon and polyester, it's like there's a little black nylon string thread that runs through the core of the chainette of the tube, and inside that little black cord inside that black cord is little tiny bits of silver every once in a while that pop out, and that's what gives us that fun little bit of sparkle. So that is what Silver Star is. So you're gonna get 2 balls of Silver Star. You need 1, and then you'll probably break into the second one. You won't need to use all of that second ball. And then the other color on this cowl would be Tasmanian tweed. So this is our favorite tweed from Zitron. It is luxurious. It's 95% merino, 5% rayon, and you can see the little tiny flecks. So we thought that the tweedy flecks in the tweed sort of complemented the little metallic flecks inside the Silver Star. So you'll get 1 ball of Tasmanian tweed, you get 2 balls of the Silver Star by Shulana, and then we're also going to give you a Scacel by Addie bamboo, the Natura bamboo needle. This is a 20-inch size 8, 20-inch size 8. You're also going to need a few other things, like a stitch marker for the end of round. You might do additional stitch markers to separate each of the repeats of the pattern. You'll need tape measure and scissors and time, of course, to make the cowl. We'll give you the pattern as well, so you'll put your Ravelry name if you have Ravelry, and we'll put it into your library. Otherwise, we'll email a copy of the pattern to you through Ravelry, and then we'll also print a copy no matter what and include it with your kit. So that's the Cherished colorway. We're gonna talk about Adored. You are Adored. Adored, here it is. Adored is this one. It is a muted-ish, I'll show you the 2 colors together. So it's sort of like this light, dusty, rosy color going with the brown. So this is Adored. And then there is Admired. You're also Admired. Did you know that? Here's Admired. So Admired has that really beautiful, strong red, and you can see those little tweedy flakes. They are neutral colors paired with the Silver Star. And then the last one is called Comforted. Hopefully you are comforted today. Comforted knowing that, I don't know, you're gonna get a new project to work on. So this is Comforted. Comforted has the blue, tealy blue color paired with that really deep, beautiful brown. So those are the 4 colorways of these kits. There are not that many, so grab them while you can. If a colorway isn't showing up, that means it's sold out, and I am not going to be able to make more of these at this price, or at all, I think. I'm not quite sure, but we'll find out in the future. But when these are sold out, I'm pretty sure they're just going to be sold out. So that is the Hearthstone Cowl. Grab one of those kits while you can. Second up in the newsletter, we have Mosaic and Lace Knits. This is by Barbara Benson. It's a fun book. It's got 20 different patterns in it. Mosaic lace knitting is 2-color knitting, but it's only working with 1 color of yarn per row. And so Barbara wrote this book, all kinds of really great information in here. If it is a new technique to you, this book will act as a class. You can work through the book and learn stuff as you go along. So I just picked one random, I just thought this one was really amazingly beautiful. One random project to show you just as a teaser, but there are a whole bunch of different ones in here. Heck, I'll show you one more. These little mittens, look how cool those are. And of course, you can modify these patterns as well. So like if you like these fingerless mitts, but you didn't want to make them as long, you just don't make them as long, right? You're the boss of your own knitting, as our friend Marie Green of Olive Knits always says. So Mosaic Lace Knits by Barbara Benson, grab one of those books if you're interested in that. What else? Advent calendars. Friendly reminder, we have until October 15th, so now that really is now about 2 weeks away, to get those orders in for our Advent calendars. Talked about them in the newsletter on Friday. You can check them out in the link on in the newsletter today or on our website. Get your order in if you're interested in joining us. They will begin to ship about November 1st, and we will cast on either knit or crochet projects. There's 2 different shawls in each technique, and also blankets options. The patterns are all mysteries, so we don't get to see exactly what they are until they're being made, unless you just wait until the end of the adventure, which, end of December, to see the final products. And then of course you could just decide to do it then. So Advent calendars, grab yours, get your order in. Please get your order in. Also, here we go. I put it way over here. I put these guys in the newsletter because the needle in the cowl kit is a Natura. It's a bamboo needle. So I thought, why don't we talk about the Addy Click bamboo Natura sets and put those on sale. So they're going to be 20% off through Sunday. So these sets come from Addy in Germany. They are always, generally they're inspected. So this one was done by Brigitte, which is really cool. And they have a whole series of needles that are interchangeable. So these go, it's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. There they all are, hanging out. And there is a connector. So this connector will connect 2 of the different cord lengths. So you get a click connector. And you get a 24, a 32, and a 40-inch cord. The cords themselves, you go this way, you go that way, live in the zippered pouch, especially if you put them away. But if you don't put them away like me, then who knows where they live. They live somewhere on the desk usually. But the cords themselves, this is what the cord looks like. They have a little slit, a little cut in the side. I don't know if I can show you this. Let's see. Well, you can kind of see that's there. But it is a lifeline eyelet. And the reason that that is there is as you are working, you can put a piece of like dental floss or crochet cotton, something very thin, and work across your row or round, making sure that your markers are removable markers because you're going to be putting that lifeline into the markers as well if you have them. And then once you've completed that row or round, you'll just move to make sure that that lifeline is not attached through those markers now because you switched them out. And then you have a lifeline that sort of saves your work. And then you keep working, and if for some reason something goes wrong, you can try to fix the mistake. We always think trying to fix the mistake, giving it a go is a great option. If all else fails, you can always just rip back to that lifeline. You're ready to get the project back on your needles, and you can go from there. So that's what the lifeline inserts, the SOS eyelets are for. The way that these work, and you'll also notice that these have the brass colored tips. They could be, it doesn't matter which color your cords are, these connectors, except aesthetics. So if you have other cords that are click cords, they will work with the Addy products. So the way that this works is you take the little, the tip and you put the cord in it and you just sort of give it a little wiggle until it sort of finds its space, and you can push. There's a bit of a spring in there. So you push and twist, and when you do that, the cord locks in place and it is there for the duration of your project. When you're ready to switch the needles, you can just push, twist the other direction, and it comes apart. So that is how the click sets engage and hold the cords together. And I mentioned that little connector. So you can make this connector connect a cord and a cord on the other side if you wanted to make a long piece. But the other thing you can do is, let's just say I really needed those needles. I can put one end of the cord into this connector. My project would be hanging out here, take my other needle off, and I can put the other end on this side, and now I have sort of parked my project without the needle on it, and it can sit there and I don't have to worry about my work falling off the needles. I do have to worry about which needle was I using, so make sure that you make notes if you do that little trick, but it does work really well. Other stuff in here, you're gonna get a needle gauge. So you'll get a Cassell by Addy needle gauge. It has metric measurements and US equivalents on it. Metric is always accurate. You always know that a 2.5 millimeter needle will be 2.5 millimeters. But for example, a US size 6 from one company to another may not be exactly the same size. They're approximate. Millimeters are always accurate. So anyway, that is on there. And then you can see here a gauge, so you can measure your stitches. What else is in here? So a little bit more, of course. There are Addy grips. So these are the Addy grips. They're kind of like those jar openers that it's like a rubbery thing you can put on a lid to be able to get more power to open a jar. These do kind of the same thing. You use one of these. You can use both of them if you want to give yourself a little more grip to be able to insert and twist the cord and needle together. What else is in here? I think that's it, right? Yeah, that is it. Of course, you get the case as well, and the Natura, the bamboo ones, come in this really fun bright green. So that is the Addy Click interchangeable set. 20% off through Sunday. If you're interested in getting one of those, now is a great time to make that investment in yourself and in your craft. The last thing I'm going to mention, it's the last day of September, which makes it the end of our Chasing Butterflies Knit Along. So a special hooray and thank you to Ellen Thomas, who is the designer and who was our host through this entire month. It's been a lot of fun watching everyone work through their projects on Ravelry and posting images in the forum there. So you can keep going. You know, we can continue to do it, but Ellen isn't going to necessarily be there every day from now on. She might pop in every once in a while. We'll be there every once in a while too to answer questions if you need them. But there is a wealth of information, including tutorial videos and more on that forum, so check that out. Also, the videos are on our blog, so you can go there to the Chasing Butterflies post and see them as well. If you're interested in being part of the show and tell, we're gonna do a show and tell at Makers Nite, which is this coming Tuesday, October 4th. I said the 5th on last Friday, but it is Tuesday the 4th from 5 to 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. The event is live. We are also going to be welcoming Mandey, who is the owner of Yarn Keepers. And Mandey is going to talk to us about the products and where the idea came from and all of that. So that'll be a lot of fun to get to meet the owner of a small company who has an ingenious, really unique product. So again, Tuesday, Tuesday, October 4th, 5 to 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So that's it for us for now. We hope that you have a good weekend doing something creative. If you are have questions about anything or need some help, you can reach out to us. Give us a call, 206-747-7121, or send an email, hello@makersmercantile.com. We're always happy to hear from you. Do what we can to help you out, of course. So until next Tuesday, have a great weekend, everyone, and we will see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.